So, good evening, students. How are you? I hope all of you are very fine. So now I am on your topic. It's a determinant is actually going on, and today we will discuss about the properties of the determinants. Okay, one by one I will explain the properties of the determinant, and in this topic, in this exercise, I want to say, in this exercise you will get a 4 marks. The question can be in this way: by using property, find out the determinant, find out the value of the determinant. Okay, so properties are very important to you. You should understand each and every property. Okay, one by one I am going to explain. So I will start from, so students, see here, I am explaining the property 1 here. The property 1 is what? If each entry in any row, I am talking about only single row or column. Okay, if each entry in any row or column of a determinant, this is the symbol of the determinant. Okay, of a determinant. If you want to write here, you can write of a determinant. If each entry in any row or column of a determinant is 0, clear, then the determinant is 0. Clear? Then the determinant is what? 0. See here, I am again repeating: if each entry in any row or column of a determinant is 0, then the determinant is 0. Okay, so now let's take an example here. I am taking here, suppose A is here, is a, for the determinant we need a square matrix. I am taking here a matrix. It's a 1 2 3 and 0 0 0 4 5 and 6. Okay students, it's a matrix, it's a square matrix. What is the order of this matrix? It's a 3 cross 3. Okay, so now we will convert it in form of determinant. So determinant of A we will write in this way: it's a 1 2 3 0 0 0 4 5 6. Okay, so now students, see here, in this determinant, or I am talking about in this matrix, second row, all the entities in the second row, all the entries in the second row, all the element in the second row are what? 0. Okay, so now after, if you solve this determinant, the value of this determinant, that will be what? See here, I am expanding it now expand the determinant along R1. Okay, if I am expanding it along the determinant along R1, so the what is the value of determinant A? This will be now 1 is lie on what? 1 is lie on, I am expanding it along the R1. So element of this R1 are what? 1 2 3. So we will take the at first the 1. So 1 is lie on the first row and first column. So we will remove the first row and the first column, we will delete it, and now we have what? We have the second order determinant. We have what? 0 0 5 6, and after that what? -2 we will take, and now we will -2 is lie on the first row and second column. So we will delete the first row and second column. What we have? 0 0 4 6, and the last one is what? +3. So this will give you what? We will remove the first row and third column. So it is 0 0 4 and 5. Now how will you solve it? Now 1 we will multiply with the 6 multiply with the 0. So this will give you what? 0. Okay, and 5 multiply with the 0, after taking minus, it will be 0, and -2, it is also 0 minus 0, and now for +3, it is also 0 minus 0. So the answer is what? It is also 0. 1 multiply by with the 0, this will be all the after solving you will get what? 0. So the value of this determinant is what? 0. In this way your first property has been finished. Oh my god, if you want to Actually I have to adjust my camera here. You can see. Okay students, here till here you can see, but here is issue. So 1, I am taking here the 1 will be multiplied with the 6 multiplied with the 0, so this will 0, and minus 5 multiplied with the 0, so this will again be 0, and now we have taken the minus 2. Similarly we will do activity here, so the value of this determinant is what? 0. Now students, I am on next property. It's called property number 2. Okay, see the property number 2. In this property, I will tell you, if row, all the element of the row of the determinant is changed into column, and column elements will change into form of the row, then the value of the determinant has been no change. Okay, you can say unaltered. Okay, now I am going to write here, if row be changed, into column, if row be changed into column and column into change into row, I am writing column change into row, then the determinant remains unaltered. I am writing here unaltered, and I have already defined to you what unaltered means. There will be no change of the value of the determinant, unaltered. Okay, is it clear to you? Now students, see here, I am taking here matrix A. It's a 1 2 3. Okay, and now it's a suppose minus 1. I am taking the element minus 1, 0, 3. Okay, and 2 3 1. Okay students, it's a matrix. Okay, the order of this matrix is 3 cross 3. So what is the value of determinant A? Now we will at first we will convert in form of determinant. It's a determinant of A is what? Determinant of A is, it's a 1 2 3, minus 1 0 3, and 2 3 and 1. Okay, so let's find the determinant. What is the value of this determinant? It will be, now find out, it will be what? It is, I am expanding it along again, expand it along R1. I am expanding it along R1. So determinant of A is what? We will take the 1, and the second order determinant is what? We will remove the first row and the first column. It will give you 0 3 3 1. Okay, now we will take the minus 2. It will give you what? We will remove second row and first column. It is minus 1 3 2 and 1. Okay, the last one is what? Plus 3. So this will give you, we will remove the first row and third column. So it is minus 1 0 2 and 3. Okay, so now determinant of A is what? It will be, first we will take the 1 multiply with the 0. This will give you what? 0, and minus 3 multiply with the 3. This will minus 9, and minus 2, and after that what we have, a 1 multiply with the minus 1. It is minus 1, and now minus 2 multiply with the 3. It is minus 6, and now plus 3. It is again what? 3 multiply with the minus 1. It is minus 3, and minus 2 multiply with the 0. It is 0. Okay students, so now what we have, we have a determinant of A is equal 1 into minus 9. Okay, and minus 2 multiply with the minus 1, minus 6. It is minus 7, and now plus 3 multiply with the minus 3. Okay students, now I am putting down my camera, so by this you are able to see it. So students, what we have? So determinant of A is, it's a -9, -2, -7, -2 multiply with the -7, this will give you what? +14, and -9. Okay, so students, what you have? You have a -9, this is -18, and +14, so this is what? -4. Okay, so in this way, if I am asking to you what is the value of this determinant of A, it is what? -4. Okay students, now I am going to convert what? I am going to interchange the row in column, and column will be in form of row. Your answer is, this is your original determinant, okay, and the value of the original determinant is what? -4. It's a -4. So I will write here the determinant of A, we will get what? -4. Clear? The value of this determinant is -4. Now actually, what is in our property? If row be changed into column, okay, here I have converted now I will convert it. Okay, so now the determinant without converting, the value of this determinant is what? -4. Okay, so now if I will convert, what are your determinants of A? If I will write in this way, it's a 1 2 3, -1 0 3 2 3 1. Okay, so now students, after changing, if row be changed into column or column change into row, here it is row 1 2 3 is your element of the first row. Okay, so if I will convert it, suppose it will give you the new determinant. Suppose this is called a, I'm taking, it's a called suppose it's a determinant of, here I'm taking here determinant of A dash. Okay, A1, here I have it will be subscript A1. So this will give you what? After interchanging, it will give you, it's a row, all the element of row are 1 2 3, so it will convert in the column, and now this second row will convert in second column, -1 0 3, and now the third row will convert in third column 2 3 1. Okay, all the element of this row convert in column, where? Here. Okay, similarly I have done with the all the entities with the row and column. Row. Okay, so now tell me, what is the value of this determinant? Check it, what is the value? Now I am going to solve here. So now students, I will take the, I am again expand determinant along I am again expanding it along R1. So this will give you what? 1 with the, I will apply direct method here. Okay, 1, we will remove the 1 first row at the first column. So this will give you what? 1 minus 3 3 are 9. Is it clear? Is it clear students? No, it's a 1 multiply with the 0, it will be 0. It's a 0 minus 9. So now after that we will take the -1, but here will be what? +1. So now what we have? We will remove the first row and second column. So this will give you 2 1 are 2 minus 3 3 are 9, and the last one is what? +2. So +2. After that what we have? We will remove the third column and the first row. It is 3 2 are 6, and 6 minus, and here is 6, 3 2 are 6, and 3 multiply with the 0, it will give you 0. So finally what we have? We have a 1 0 minus 9 is 9, it is -9 plus 1, and 2 minus 9 is -7, and plus 2 multiply with the 6. Okay, because 6 minus 0 is what? 6. So it's a -9 -7 and plus 12. So students, -9 minus 7 is what? -16, and plus 12. So this will again give you what? -4. So students, what we have learned, again here you can see that the value of this determinant is also -4, and the value of this determinant means determinant of A suffix 1 is also -4. Okay, so both are same. Is it clear? That means what you have learned, if all the element of this determinant convert interchange in row, okay, and all on column or column change in row, then the value of the determinant has been no change. Okay, it is also -4, it will also -4. Okay. Finally students, we are on property number 3. It's a property number 3. I will explain everything. Suppose you have a determinant, okay, and if you want to change 2 row or any 2 column of a determinant, okay, then what will be the effect on the determinants? Okay, this is property is related to in this way. So property 3 is what if any 2 rows or 2 columns of a determinants are interchanges. Means if you want to interchange 2 row or 2 columns of any determinant, and this determinant is right now is known as a original determinant. Okay, so but after the changes it will be called a resulting determinant. So this is I have taken if any 2 rows of determinants are interchanges, then the resulting determinant is negative of the original determinant. Means this is I have taken here an determinant, it's a delta. This is a symbol for the determinant 1 2 3 2 1 4 and 3 4 5. Okay, this is known as the original determinant, and I am expanding this along R1. Okay, so it will give you what? Delta is equal 1. I am expanding along R1, so it is 1. We will take the 1 and we will remove the first row and first column. After that we have a 1 4 4 5. Similarly for the -2, it will we will remove the first row and the second column. This will give you 2 4 3 5. Okay, and similarly for the 3 2 1 3 4. So after some mathematically operation, it's a 1, and we have here 1 multiply with the 5, so it is 5 minus 4 multiply with the 4 leading. We will multiply with the leading elements of the determinant. It's a second order determinant here, 1 4 4 5. Okay, similarly for the -2, we will get a 5 2 is 10 and 4 3 is 12, -12. So this will plus 3, and here is what? 4 2 is 8 and -3. Okay, so 5 minus 16 is what? -11, -2, and 10 minus 12 is -2, and plus 3, 8 minus 3 is 5. So students, 1 multiply with the -11, this will give you -11, and now -2 multiply with the -2, it is plus 4, and plus 15 is equal 8. So students, here the value of the original determinant is what? 8, because delta is known as a original determinant. Okay, now students, see here what we get. We get the value of the original determinant is what? Delta is equal, this is your original determinant, okay, and delta is what? It's a 8. I am writing here original determinant. It is just a symbol of the original determinant, and it is what? 8. Okay, so now students, what will be the effect? What is your resulting determinant? So listen students, here we have not changed any row and column. Now I will interchange the row or column here. Actually, according to the definition here, we have to interchange. We have to interchange any 2 row or any 2 columns. So let's delta 1. Delta 1 is known as a resulting determinants. This is known as a resulting determinant. Okay, this is called a resulting determinant. And now what are the effects? I am interchanging first row, first column with the second column actually. Okay, it's your supposition where you want to. Okay, if you want to interchange row, any 2 row or any 2 column, it's depend on you. Okay, whatever you will decide, whatever you want to take. So I am just taking here these 2 columns. Okay, these 2 columns I will interchange here. Means C1, it's a, we will convert it, will be 2, here will be 1, and here will be 4. Okay, this column will be take the place of first, and the first column will take the place of second. So it is 1 2 3 1 2 3, and there will be no effect on the third column. It will be 3 4 5. So now students, I am again expanding it along again R1. Expand it along R1. Okay, so just expand it. So your delta is what? Your delta is what? It's called a delta 1. This is known as your resulting determinant. Okay, it is called your resulting determinant. And original determinant is what? This is your original determinant. Is it clear? I will write here the determinant, otherwise you will confuse. It's a determinant. So now students, tell me, how will you find out the value? I am expanding it along R1, so this will give you, it's a R1. Okay, so I am taking here the 2, and after that we will remove the first row and the first column. We have a, I will direct solve this portion. Okay, now I am not applying here the second order determinant. So 5 2 are 10, 5 2 are 10, and 4 3 are 12, minus 12. Is it clear? Now I am on minus 1, and students, what we have, we will remove the first row and second column. This will give you 5 1 are 5, minus 4 4 are 16. Okay, and now plus 3, and now students, we will remove the third column and first row. So this will give you 3 1 are 3, minus 4 2 are 8. Is it clear? So now we have a 2, and 10 minus 12 is minus 2, minus 1, and 5 minus 16 is what? Minus 11, and plus 3, and 3 minus 8 is called minus 5. Okay, so now students, it's a, what we have a minus 4, and minus 1 multiply with the minus 11, this will give you plus 11, and now minus 5 3 are 15, minus 15. So students, tell me, minus 15 and minus 4, this is minus 19, and minus 19 plus 11, this will give you what? Minus 8. And tell me students, what is the value of, let me check, my camera is covering it. Yes, it is covering here, actually little bit space here. So it's a minus 8, and here is what? The 8 is what? It's your original determinant. Okay, so this will give you what? Negative of original determinant. Okay, this is the relationship. What is the relationship? The relationship is that what we get, delta 1 is what? The relationship is that after, if you interchange any two row or any two column, so the resulting determinant is negative of original determinant. Okay students, if you want to ask anything, you can just comment on the comment box right now. So now students, I am on the next property, so called property number 4. It is also very useful. So students, see the property 4. Property 4. Okay, in this property students, if any two rows or columns, if any two rows or columns in a determinant, I am writing here determinant, are identical, then the determinant is 0. So students, I am just explaining here. I need a marker. Okay, so now students, if any two row or column, I am talking about not only two rows, also for the two columns. Okay, or columns means here we need a two row or any two columns in a determinant are identical, means I am just giving you here an example. Suppose I have taking here a determinant, it's called a determinant of A is equal, suppose 1 2 3 4 5 6 and again 1 2 3. Here you can see there the row 1 and row 3, all the elements, all the entities, all the entries, whatever I am saying to you, all these things are equal. Okay, so here the row 1 and row 3, all the elements are equal. Here it is 1, it is also 1, it is second, it is 2, it is also 2 in the third row, and from it's a 3, it is also 3. Okay, so these are called identical elements. Okay, so if in this way you got any, it's a determinant, any here two rows are identical, okay, or or if I am writing here determinant of A is equal, suppose I am writing here 1 2 3, it's a 1 2 4 1 2 5. So here you can see that in it's a C1, your C1 and C2, C1 it's not a yes you can say here the C1, no it's not it's a different. Actually I have to take here the next, or determinant of A is equal suppose 1 2 3, it's a 3 3 4, actually here is 1, it's a 4 4 and 5. Is it clear? Now students, see here the C1 and C2, all the element in C1 and C2 are same. Okay, it is also 1, it is 3, it is 3, it is 4 and 4. Okay, so you can say the C1 and C2 are identical. So determinant, so the value of this determinant will be what? So the value of this determinant is 0. Okay students, write down if you want to write. So now students, we have 2 more properties. Okay, these are also very easy, property number 5 and property number 6. Okay, first, second, third and property number 4 has been over, you can see. Okay, so property, students, I am on the property number 5. It is also very easy property. Okay, so listen and understand everything whatever is going in this property. So property number 5 is what? If all the element of any row, if all the element of any row or column be multiplied, if all the element of any row or column, I am talking about a single row or any single column, be multiplied by a non-zero real numbers, non-zero you can say non-zero the real number, non-zero real numbers k. Okay, if all the element of any row or column, here I am talking about single row or single column, be multiplied by a non-zero real number k. Okay, then the value of what? Value of new determinant, determinant is what? Then the value of new determinant is k times the original determinants. Original determinant. Okay students, so students listen here, suppose I have taken here an determinant, it's called a1 b1 c1. Actually I need marker. It's suppose a1 b1 and c1, and it is a2 b2 and c2, and a3 b3 and c3. This is called the original determinant. This is what? It's known as the original determinants. Okay students, this is known as your original determinants. So now suppose I have a new determinants delta, suppose delta 1, this is a subscript delta 1. Okay, so it is here is 2a1 2b1 2c1. Is it clear? And a2 b2 and c2, and a3 b3 and c3. Here students, you can take the 2 as a common here, so we have a a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2, and a3 b3 and c3. So this will again give you what? It is also here, suppose that here I am taking here a number, real number 2. If you want to take, you can take the k as a number.
Okay, k b1, k similarly c1. So what is your common? Your common will be k. It's a k. Suppose it is also k. Okay, so what you have learned? You have learned that if you will multiply, this is your new determinant. Okay, and in this determinant, if you multiply a real number with the any row or any column, here I have taken I have multiplied with the row. Okay, first row, so it is k1, k b1, k c1. So this will give you, if you are taking common as a k, so you will get again what? K multiply with the original determinants. Thank you. It's called a property number 5. Oh, here is a light. Actually, light, here is an effect of light, so you can check from here. Yes, at this position you can check, it will be from here. You will get a ka1, kb1, c1, यहाँ पे a2, b2, c2, a3, b3, c3. So k, if you take the common, a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2 and a3, b3, c3. Okay students, so finally students, we are on our last property, so called property number 6. Actually we have more property 8, 9 and 10, but we will use up to 1, 2 and 6 property. Okay, so now last property is going on, so called property number 6. It is also very important here. Okay, so see the property number 6. We will use this property in a 4 marks question, and every time if you see in each question paper of the ISC, you will get one question or more than one question, means 2 question, and the first question can be related to the consist 2 marks, and other question it will be a long type and it will contain 4 marks. So see, and for the 4 marks question we need the property. Okay, so see the last property, so called a property number, it's a property number 6. Okay, property number 6 is going to start. If each entry in a row, okay, if each entry in a row, here we can take the column or column of a determinant is written, okay, is written as the sum of 2 or more terms. Okay, if each entry in a row, I am talking about only one row or one column of a determinant is written as the sum of 2 or more terms. Okay, more terms, then the determinant can be written as the sum of 2 or more terms. Okay students, see here, if each entry in a row, or I am talking about one column of a determinant, is written as the sum of 2 or more terms. So I am taking here delta is equal, suppose we have a1 plus x1. I am taking on one column. Okay, every time I have taken a row, but now it's a time for the column. Okay, if you want to take the row, for you can take a1 plus x1, here a2 plus x2, a3 plus x3, b1 and c1, b2, c2, b3 and c3. So you can write this property tell you what if each entry in a row or a column of a determinant is written as the sum of 2 or more terms. I have taken a sum of 2 terms. Okay, so more term, then the determinants can be written, this determinant can be written in the sum of 2 or more terms. sum of two or more term means it will be in this way. You can write a a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 a3 b3 and c3, and now after that you will take the term x1 here, x1 b1 c1 x2 b2 c2 and x3 b3 c3. Okay students, in this way you can write. It is clear to you? Okay, so finally your all the properties has been over now. Okay students, so from tomorrow I will take some questions from the, they can be long or they can be 2 marks question. Okay, so thanks for the watching, and if you like it, so please subscribe this channel. Thank you.